Greetings from the camper again. I'm doing a fundraiser for NWOCYC, and it's a church camp. And I'm doing a dozen cupcakes or Eclair cake or brownies with marshmallows, and they're $40. Now, obviously, I wouldn't charge that much typically, and I don't usually sell my stuff just because I'm so busy. But it's for a fundraiser, and all the money goes to camp. So we're doing pretty well, but there was an Eclair cake needing to be made for the fundraiser, and so that is what I am doing. Hold on. Hey, make sure you do not come out because the video is right here. Okay. All right. When you're in a camper, it's a little crazy. So, how I make the Eclair cake. Now, don't let this deter you and say, "Oh, I can make that," and it's not going to be $40 because really it is just like a donation to the camp. So, anyways, so you take 2 vanilla puddings, the little 3.4 ounce. If you are sugar restricted or shouldn't have sugar, you can definitely use a sugar-free and it'll turn out just the same way. I always frown against using this is for dry goods to measure. For some reason, I don't have a liquid one in the camper, so I'll have to get one of these days. But it is what it is, right? So I have 2 packages of the pudding, and I never make it like it's supposed to be, okay? So typically, when you would make the pudding, you would put 4 cups, 2 cups per pack. I don't do that because I don't like drippy, soppy Eclair. Okay, I like it a little bit firmer, where if you go to get a piece of it out, it's going to be pretty nice and thick and come right out. Now, I did advertise that I was doing cups, like the 12-ounce cups, the single serving size, and I can, but this person that I'm doing it for, she wanted just the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. And another lady I did one for last week wanted the whole thing. So what you do is you get your graham crackers and you line your pan. Now typically I use the glass versus the metal because it's a pudding kind of thing, and I don't know, I'm weird like that. And I'll put a lid on it and it'll be good. And then I'll put it in a cooler for her, and then she'll use it and whatever. So this is already getting thick, and it will thicken up as it gets cold in the refrigerator. You use 1 container of Cool Whip, the 8-ounce. You just stick it in with the pudding, and it's thawed Cool Whip. This is something you can make ahead of time if you have room in your camper fridge. If you don't, but you need to make it ahead of time, you can always freeze packets of something and put it in a cooler because it lasts pretty well. Now, if you're going to make it ahead of time and put it in a cooler, use a pan like this, the glass one with the lid. Don't use a foil pan because it's not going to hold its shape as well. That's why I use this. I just keep reusing actually this glass pan. I cannot think. It's been quite a day today. So you see how thick this is, and as the graham crackers absorb some of the liquid. I mean, it's not that liquidy. It's pretty thick. I just think it tastes better personally. Okay, so what I usually do then is to make sure I have all of it mixed, because a lot of times you get down to the last bit and it's mostly pudding because you haven't mixed it really well. This is chocolate eclair cake, if I did not tell you. It's simple and easy. Anyone can make this. Really, a 3-year-old could. It's good, simple, easy, quick, and tastes good. Okay. So I'm going to put some in here. I'm going to use a spoon. Can you see? You kind of just move it around. You want to move it around pretty easily so that it's not moving the crackers. And this is a 9x13 pan. But this is good at potlucks. The one lady last week, she took it to a potluck with her. And we put it on ice, we put it in the cooler, and it was perfect. Her husband said it was better than the other chocolate eclair there. So I was like, ooh, yay. Always glad to hear that. I take pride in what I make. And if it's not good, then I always need you to tell me, because you can't do better unless you know better. All right, and so now you're going to layer it again with the crackers. You just put the crackers right on. It's kind of like lasagna. You know, you just, like, these are the lasagna noodles, and just keep going on to the end. You can see my dog. For some reason, what happened was, well, what must have happened was I opened these because they don't eat real food. I mean, I don't give them human food. And I wonder if one fell, and she was all about it. And so I probably gave it to her. And now anytime she hears the crackers, she thinks she's getting one. She thinks she is. No. I try to fit these in here like a puzzle, almost to the point of, like, I break it down so it fits. You don't have to do that, but I like it to fit pretty tight. So I kind of just, because they're easy to break. So I'll show you. That's the top. Just fit them right in. Then you're going to put your last layer of pudding on. And I feel like this is enough. Like, if I put another cup of milk in, I don't think it's needed, really. Now, the trick I do is, once I put the frosting on, I put it in the fridge and let it set up, then I put my lid on. Because I feel like when I put my lid on right away, the chocolate somehow adheres to the top of the lid, and it's not pretty. Not something you want to sell to somebody either, as a donation to church. So I just make sure that it's good to go. All right. You kind of want this one smooth, because if you don't get it really smooth, then the crackers don't sit correctly. And if the crackers don't sit correctly, then your frosting won't sit correctly. Stop. Okay. So hopefully everyone's night is good. I had a prom committee night here. The kids came over. We discussed what we were going to do for prom for next year, the themes. We kind of discussed quite a bit, which was nice. And we came to an agreement on some stuff, so that was nice too. It's like a puzzle. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun doing it because you try to fit it all in, get it all in there. That one I need just a hair smaller. Yeah. If you've never had chocolate eclair cake, it's so good. It's just really refreshing too. Okay, so I've got a microwave for chocolate frosting. I really only like the Hershey's chocolate frosting. I think it's best. And I'm gonna throw all this away. I don't typically, but I mean, I don't want them to act like they're gonna get on the dogs. So, and she does. She probably thinks she's gonna get some. She's not. So I microwave it just a little bit. Now it's been in the air conditioning. So if it's been in your refrigerator, air conditioning, gotta do it for a little longer. But I'm gonna pause. Just doing it for 30 seconds. Really, truly, I had to take stuff out of my microwave. It's bad. I have everything filled in here. Because when you have all these people in your camper, you just have a lot of stuff. I don't know if you can see my stove. I don't think you can. But... Now, I have the 30-minute timer on my microwave at home. This one only has the minute. So I took it out after 15 seconds and stirred it a bit. And you're not going to need the lid because you're going to use all that chocolate frosting. Alright. So that is the trick, is to microwave it. Alright, you don't want to microwave it too much because it'll be too runny. So, and this is the best frosting for this. So then you just kind of pour it out. And it'll go right back as soon as it gets cold. It'll go right back to normal. Okay, I kind of want to use a spoon because I feel like that knife is going to be too big. Okay, and then just slowly put it on there. Just bring it around. You don't want any spots that are too bare. And that's it. Then you put it in the fridge and it is done. And then after about 15 to 20 minutes, just take it out. The frosting will be all set up and then you can put your lid on it. Just afraid to put the lid because the lid, it does go down. Like when you push on it, it's rubber. And I'm just afraid all it needs to do is hit that and then you're done. So, all right, we're gonna put it in the fridge and then we will put a lid on it and we will deliver it tomorrow. That is it, guys. What is this? How many minutes? 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes of chocolate eclair cake. This is totally how you make it. Simple, yummy, good. Has to be in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours, and this definitely will be. If it's not, the graham crackers are crunchy and it's just not as good. So make sure it's in there for 12 minutes. You guys have a good night. We're still at the fair. Have a good night. Bye.